Hello everybody. Hello, hello. Hello everybody. Hello, hello. Hello everybody.
Appear to be live. Yep, I can hear it.
Alright, so welcome everyone. This is going to be BlessRNG against Ben and a Rampage, and this is going to be the first match we're going to be seeing.
Yep. Um, not sure
Uh,
what which icon that is for Pokemon.
yes,
I know it's for
that's
Prismas. I don't know how many.
I think 800 or 1000 prismatics normally. That's one of the latest icons you can
I
get.
think the 800 like throne.
Hmm, possibly. Yeah, there's also the Throne, but that normally is a lot. But anyways, I just forgot to say that you have me as the streamer Disturbia, and I'm having a co-caster here, novomortuus.
Hello.
All right, so I guess maybe Dente is going to take another deck. Who knows? But we'll let them take their time, obviously, to prepare. There's no issue on that.
Right, we don't have the signal to go yet. So
Yeah. And maybe one more thing I should say is this is going to be the last, uh, I'd say, Team Wars of the week. This is the last match we're going to see. And yeah, let's see
oh,
what kind of
well, so
matches we're going to see here tonight.
I didn't check the schedule for it.
No problem.
Oh,
All right, so both players are good to go. So going to verify that everything is okay. And yeah, I forgot. Wait a second, I'm just going to put the Duel Links sounds. So right now, should not be loud, so I think everybody's going to be fine. All right.
working fine on both ends.
Yep. Just going to change the position of the players, by the way. So
So
on top, we're going to have Pokehima, and that one is going to be Dante. Also, let me just change the settings as well very quickly because I don't want uh, the voice forcefully, and this is just to go faster for the people.
Makes
So sorry.
sense.
Alright. Should be okay. And that is going to be a good start for Pokehima. This is the typical hand. We see Magician Rod, getting the Dawn Magical Circle, getting a himself Magician Navigation, and setting 2 cards. So,
Standard opening. The opening
exactly.
1C. I guess they have to think about what they want to do.
Indeed. Also depends on what deck he's playing, but playing Yishizu means playing Dark Magician or even playing Shiranu.
Right, and more likely Dark Magician with the current like hits to Shira.
Exactly. Also, I believe, and I hope I am not wrong, normally the 21st May we have the ban list applied, so no Mortal Can Resist should have its effect still, otherwise I guess I missed out because I believe it has changed.
It was patched. The description was not, but the game.
Alright, yeah, because of the patch of the game. Alright. So normally the skill has changed.
Does he not have nav?
Pokehima... Okay, he decided to go for 2 Magician Rod here, and he attacks a window. So now we know that Dante is actually playing Riddle Beast.
It is possible he's teching it in. Damn, I've seen that before, but
Okay, that is a misplay here. Unless he has another spell to use. I think maybe he's doing it to be able to use navigation if he has it, but no, he does not use it yet.
If it was nav, that would be a good decent play, yeah.
Uses illusion magic.
Banish the window and then attack directly. Well, it's possibly setting up now.
Alright, it is still fine because normally he has the navigation right now. And as you say, it is going to banish the window, and it's almost over for him. It depends on what Dante has, because playing Ritual Beast, you generally are based a lot on hand traps rather than the back row in itself.
Right. That's the Spirit Revo.
Alright, yep. Now for Ritual Beast, we're usually seeing a lot of Spheric Rebos nowadays, and sometimes, depends for the players, but we can maybe see some Lancia as well. That's another hand trap that some of the Ritual Beast players can be using.
Makes sense.
Alright, so far Dante is in a disadvantage with 1500 life points. He is able to use the skill he has, which we don't know what it is.
Either skill he can use.
Yeah, normally, well, if you play Ishtar, you generally have two. Obviously, you'll have No Mortal Can Resist, but also Seal Tomes, which could maybe be used if that's what he's looking for. So
Seal Tunes would be more helpful here with the
exactly
that navigation gate.
Exactly, you would like just seeing the graveyard, but yeah, you'll log the navigation, forcing your opponent to like not be able to negate one of the spells or traps. But so far, the one with the controller is Pokehima with the Dark Magician.
So curious if that wood does a splash tech or is this straight up our Ritual Beast? There we go. Lock down that nav.
Alright, he decided to activate Seal Tomes, but decides to not use any spell trap yet.
Well, he might be able to stabilize, but it depends what the opponent does here.
He's probably going to look for skipping a turn, honestly. He's still fine when it comes to the monster side of the field. Maybe he's going to look to put one or two back rows. Or maybe nothing because he's thinking that he's going to get a Cosmic Siphon.
That's the play I was thinking he should do. Just Tribute Summon, Banish.
Indeed, that's another thing we could generally do to be able to banish. But obviously the other thing we have to think is depending of the back row the opponent had. Ooh, Timaeus. Oh, that is going to hurt a lot.
Afraid of is Needle Sealing currently, which he was in Needle Sealing range.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a trap that we actually see a lot currently in Ritual Beast. But maybe he's like, he wasn't really playing Needle Sealing and maybe another one, but no, he has nothing. It's going to be the win. Win goes for Pokehima. Alright. So far, BlessRNG having the advantage and taking the point here.
Right, since he tributed 2 monsters, he no longer controlled 3, and the opponent still had 1. Well, they lost the 1, but there's no longer 4 on the board for Needle Sealing.
Exactly. Also, Timaeus being insta-win against Ritual Beast, I do agree it is. I do agree it is, mainly if you look to summon Dark Cavalry, which I mean, all the players that play Dark Magician, if they play Timaeus, they're just going to look to summon Dark Cavalry, which is such a good card because for one discard you can negate the activation that targets one card on the field, and you destroy it.
I have seen a Paladin be made once in Team Wars. When it was arguably correct, but it was yeah, you normally go for Cavalry.
I see. The thing, Dark Paladin I believe is quite specific. It has a similar effect to Dark Cavalry, but it is more specific, and I think it's only for the spells. And yeah, I don't think it is for traps.
Yes, it is only for spells, but it's not once per turn. I guess like Cavalry, but it was used against me specifically when I was playing Heroes.
Interesting. I thought that was once per turn, so I'm quite surprised about it.
It depends how many cards you have in hand is how many negates you have.
I see. Alright, both players ready again. Alright, let's go right into it.
Yep.
Alright, so this is a no repeat.
No repeat. This one wasn't confirmed, which would be bad if it's not a repeat then.
Exactly. It's just that I guess you don't see so much players, let's say. Well, I'm starting to see this, but for some they like to have two decks with the same tractor but maybe different skill. I don't know. Or maybe the same skill. Who knows? Also, Pokehima yet again starts being first. This is yet again going to give him an advantage, and he goes to get another Dark Magical Circle. Also, obviously, to not forget about it, while using Dark Magical Circle, you get to see the top 3 cards of your deck, and maybe you don't get the card that you're interested in, so it's still RNG technically. But maybe he has the hand, and also with the Magician's Rod, he's going to have a good help here.
Circle and Rod, use the cards you want, because then you only need one more piece of your combo, and you search potentially both of them, but definitely one of them.
Alright, goes for Illusion Magic. Sets 2 cards and ends the turn. He doesn't want to go that quickly, he wants to take his time before doing his combo. Alright.
I personally like putting down the illusion and if I have the nav, and then have the nav live as soon as possible. But I understand some people do it differently.
In my opinion, I still think it is risky depending on what card your opponent is using. Let's say if he starts using Hate Trinade or Cosmic Cyclone to banish one of the face down cards instead of the Dark Magical Circle. He could maybe target... The thing is, he could like target the Dark Magic Navigation. And you know that he only has the Illusion Magic set, so he cannot like chain to then be able to do the... And he goes for the Cosmic Cyclone on the Dark Magical Circle, so he wants to go safe here and make sure that none of his troops get banished.
I would be tempted to have holds like the well, Steel Tomb is another reason maybe why you want to do that. But I want to hold that Cyclone for the reveal when they reveal illusion to banish Nav. That depends heavily if you think there's a DM in hand.
Now I am wondering why he used Sealed Tombs that early. I think it's because he's knowing that his opponent is going to be able to get himself the 2 Dark Magicians on the field. So it's pretty much to lock him with the use of the Dark Magic Navigation that is going to go to the graveyard. So he prefers to be able to like lock him right off the bat.
Right, he wants his own nav to resolve.
Goes already by using the Illusion of Magic, alright. If he has Magician of Dark Illusion, he's going to have already the advantage.
Well, illusion's only during the opponent's turn. We have to spell trap.
Ah, true. There's actually indeed 2 effects, which is during the opponent's turn, if you use a spell or a trap, you can special summon him. And the other effect is if you have it on the field and you have a Dark Magician on the graveyard, and you use a spell or a trap, you can use his effect to special summon a Dark Magician from the graveyard and have it on the field. So you're right on this point. Right, it's going to be the navigation right over the bat.
He already did have that Dark Magician in hand, so that's why.
That's quite a bait he did. That's quite a bait here. Language God and Ojama God casting Pug. Shoutouts to you, Arix. Good friend of mine. Alright, he's able to get himself the Dark Magician.
Almost. I guess it's almost like forces the nav play. if they toggled on.
He
Nope,
goes for
no.
the battle phase.
Interesting. I don't think there's any reason you couldn't tribute summon Dark Magician and target the circle, and then I don't think there's any reason they couldn't do that as soon as they didn't flip it over after you got it to hand.
Alright, using the navigation, so does he want to put his Dark Magicians in attack, defense?
That explains why.
Oh, Cosmic Cyclone. I think he's going to go for the circle indeed, yeah. Here, in my opinion, that was a good choice. Both players are pretty much able to negate at least a spell trap from his opponent next turn.
Better play might have been to let them summon and then Cosmic.
Honestly, I will have preferred indeed, because the other thing is you distribute one of your Dark Magicians, then the Rod. You get yourself a Dark Magician to be able to banish one card. Then he uses Navigation, for example, and then you use the Cosmic Cyclone to indeed banish the circle, which will be 2 banish. So I don't know. I think why not taking your time to have your Dark Magician in hand and maybe use it later on. It's not why not. Maybe he's like looking to special summon it rather than like tributing 2 monsters and not really being able to like get them back. So now he was able to destroy the Dark Magician, but he knows there's the Magician of Dark Illusion. He can use its effect again to maybe special summon the Dark Magician from the graveyard. It's normally going to happen.
Game state looks fairly even, I'd say.
Alright, Magician's Rod. Alright, Dante already goes for the negation of the spell already on the field. Alright, this is actually the first time I've seen this play with the Dark Magician, so if you use the trap you have in the graveyard, you're actually able to special summon the Dark Magician from the graveyard with the effect of the Magician of Dark Illusion.
Right.
Now that is...
trap.
Exactly. Okay. No, he's self-destroying himself intentionally here. Alright, wise decision. Destroying his own field and destroying the opponent's field to be able to have some space to maybe be able to use navigation later on. Oof, Silatoms. I wonder if that was a wise decision, because
you need to control Dark Magician, use your own navigation to the thing, and you don't want them to negate your navigation, you destroy it.
No, I do believe...
If he has navigation, then that play was fine.
Yeah, everything depends on if Pokehima has the navigation, but we know he has the Dark Magician in hand, and if he has any way to special summon it... Oof, Timaeus.
That'd be interesting if we saw a Phoenix Chain there, because that would prevent Timaeus from coming out, or the Dark Calvary from coming out.
Possibly. Alright, this time is going to be the win for Dante. That is going to be a 1-1.
That monster's effect is it becomes Dark Magician, so if we change it back to its original name, Timaeus fizzles.
Indeed.
False that effect.
Indeed, that is a great point you say there. That is really true, but oops, wrong button. This one. So we're off to a normal start here. Both players having 1 win and 1 loss. Alright. So now they're going for the side deck, or well, not really side deck, the other deck, or maybe thinking if wanting to use the same deck again. Normally,
You cannot use the same
Pokehima, exactly. Normally Pokehima cannot, because he had already one win. This is his loss, and the conditions to use the repeat is when you began playing and you already have one loss.
Right.
Also, just fun fact, I do like to point out the Pokehima using the emotes by saying hello and then go easy on me. Glad to see the players having fun so far. So Yami Yugi, he may be playing Element Saber by the looks of it. Also 22 cards. I think it explains everything.
Our deck count usually suggests Element Sabers.
Alright, 2 set cards from Dante and he ends the turn.
Lapulia with protection would be ideal for top player.
Indeed. But it also depends if he's able to draw him or if he has it on the hand. Otherwise, he'll have to go or with a Leicester or with Molahu. He can still go defensively. No, okay, he's probably going to draw. Well, as you said, maybe he's going to draw Lapoila. Otherwise, Molahu, if he wants to go full attack. But I do not think he's going to look for like a lot of attack. He knows the. Well, maybe he will. But the thing is, there's still Tom which is going to lock the graveyard. Both players not being able to use their graveyard, so.
Right. Also, Costume Cyclone could be a thing here. Let's see.
That indeed as well.
We don't really know who's the delay is on, whether it's the Saber player or the DM thinking.
Yeah, sometimes it can be also because of my connection. So this sometimes occurs. I don't know why this happens. You know what? This is what I do. I usually leave, then re-enter. So I do apologize for that, but this is just because we never know. It can be indeed the player who's like thinking a lot. Otherwise, that is because of the servers, and because we're still with the quarantine, you're going to have servers with problems, which explains it. And funnily enough, I had this the past week where I was like commentating a match and I was like blocked in turn 4 for like 3 minutes without understanding what was going on, and I had to quit then try to catch everything. So I'm just doing this in case. So we're gonna catch them all. Use the palace.
And it appears there was a delay. Okay.
He was still thinking. Are you kidding me? All right. But I mean, at least it is not my fault, not the fault of the server. So we cannot blame Konami here. Alright. So finally, he uses the effect of Palace, and now he's going to think of or drawing Molahu or Lapoila, which are the two, in my opinion, best Element Sabers. No, he goes for Nalu.
This suggests he has the Alistair already.
He has, for sure. Otherwise, he may be... No, well, I mean... Sorry for being a bit full. I was about to say that maybe he has, like, Invocation in hand, that he will start with Invocation, but I mean... Indeed, that is stupid of me to say that, because the best is to use the Leicester, then use the Invocation after. But it can happen that for some players they decide to already use the Invocation and maybe try to do a fusion, and what they do is then summon a Aleister in case they have the card banished or card negated. They search another invocation, use the invocation to then do the fusion they were seeking for.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, sorry. I was about to say that it's not really a play I see often, but that I guess it happens sometimes.
It does.
Alright, so now he has Cossidus. He's very good to go. He knows that against a Dark Magician, it's a card that cannot get banished. So he has the advantage with the defense.
Just wind? Okay, he's just doing it for what? Like, okay. Doing it just okay. Do it anyway. Okay.
Alright, so decides to already use the navigation and put his monster in defense.
So either be their main outs are the itemize or a herald.
He's going to end the turn, because if he attacks, his Cossidus is destroyed, because he has 2000 attack technically, and even if he attacks in defense, well, not sorry, he's not going to truly be destroyed. He is attacking a monster in defense, so normally he's not destroyed. But he will receive the damage unless he used the Aleister, but that would be a waste. So Dark Magical Circle here, alright.
Be interesting if it turns out that set was a Timaeus, but it doesn't look like it.
He cannot actually draw Timaeus through the effect of Dark Magical Circle, and when you play a Dark Magician that has Timaeus in the deck, it's really luck based. The lucky thing... Sorry, keep on.
I remember when Circle came out, people were upset, or like, just in general, when more Dark Magician support came out, that Timaeus didn't list Dark Magician, specifically.
Hmm.
That's the reason why you cannot search it. It lists Dark Magician monster.
Yep. That's the thing. So pretty much here, if Dante gets the Timaeus quickly enough, he's probably going to be able to do a comeback. La Poila here to counter the spells and traps.
That's not looking too good. Particularly if he has like his back row protects the La Poila, I think he's in an excellent position.
I think he's good to go because of the back row.
You should normally not commit a La Poila if you could not protect it.
Depending of the back row, yes, I do agree with that. Also, I'm quite surprised that he didn't want to go already with the Aleister and maybe do a Purgatro. I guess maybe he didn't want to try one attack because maybe the opponent has another navigation. Also, just before forgetting anything, and this is something I almost forgot, there's a navigation in the graveyard of Dante, so technically he will have negated the invocation. So, ooh, finishing, alright. That is a great. That was a great play here. Does he have a second one though to be back? Is the question. Oof. Alright, the two in
I
the
like
shame.
that he couldn't actually say La Poila unless the opponent attributed for the effect monster specifically.
I think he's still fine. No. Interesting.
La Poila leaves the field because of the circle.
I think that was maybe because of the order of the things, like when he summoned the Magician of Dark Illusion, it was treated as Dark Magician already, and because he activated it on chain, it's not going to be an effect that is going to be over until the chain is over, or at least that's how I like.
Also, that circle had already activated, and there's not really.
That's the thing.
Its requirement.
Exactly. I think like he wanted to be able to play the Findish chain in order to like stop and negate the effects of the Magician of Dark Illusion to, as you said, make him not called as Dark Magician, you know? But it was too late because of the chain.
Well, it stops an itemized play and a resurrect.
Oh, okay, so 2 circles and 1 set card. Goes for the Aleister here. So I think he's going to want to go for... No. So navigation right off the bat to banish, I think, the Aleister here.
Kaiku as well. So if he wants to fuse, it has to be from the hand, essentially.
Alright, at least he destroys 1 monster. I think Dante can indeed make a comeback. Like, if he has Timaeus, that is going to be pretty much the win for him.
I'm not sure why early either, but it's what happens.
Okay, yet again he sets a card and ends the turn. Alright, decided to finish his turn here. Okay, I think Pokehama is looking to... he's looking for a deck out here, I think.
Entirely possible.
Ooh, this is looking bad. This is looking really bad for Dante here. If he doesn't have any way to activate his face down card, he knows he loses.
Right.
Because Timaeus is the only card that will give him the top deck, but by the looks of the match already, Pokehama normally has at least 1 Aleister in hand. So if he decided to like summon the Dark Cavalry, normally he has high attack, but you just need to use 1 Aleister, you give him 1000 attack and defense, and he resists for 1 turn. And maybe he is also playing Sphere Karibos, so he has quite the defense.
That's a good point about the Sphere Karibos. That would most likely would deal out the cavalry.
Also, just apologies, I'm just going to put a bit louder your mic so I'm able to understand what you say.
It's fine, my voice is naturally low.
I mean, I guess mine is low, but it's also the fault of my mic here. Now, he was able to have the Molahu. I mean, he's pretty good looking so far. And he... Alright, now he's going to look to banish the palace. Good choice here. Alright, now he's truly going to be able to come back here. It's not over for Dante with the issue of this match.
Oh, there we go. 5 cards in hand, it's playing negates. Let's see that Kuriboh.
Otherwise, it's an Aleister. No, nothing. He doesn't want to protect it. Alright.
Well,
Fair
the thing
choice
is,
here.
even in damage step, cavalry can still negate.
Alright, puts the palace. So now he's going to try to top this dark cavalry, but it's not going to look that easy for him.
Right.
Technically, he still has the advantage when it comes to number of cards in the deck.
Question, it's dubious where it can last that long, but I guess we'll soon find out. A mirror wall would be lovely here, because you can't even negate that with a navigation if you're using damage step.
Exactly. And also, dark cavalry cannot even negate it as well.
Target.
No, he summons a magician rod, but then I'm sure he does not want to activate the effect. Otherwise, I think maybe he couldn't, as maybe he has all the spells and trap that lists Dark Magician already in the graveyard or in hand or on the field. So he begins the battle phase. Not even that much of protection here. Just barely. Also concentrated current negated. So I think maybe he wanted to use a hand trap to protect himself. No, nothing at all. It's going to be the win for Dante here.
Yep.
Alright, that was quite a thing for Pokehima, who used the 2 Fiendish Chain, which became pretty useless for the rest of the match here. Sadly, because of the chain reactions.
Now it's time for a counter pick by BlessRNG.
Exactly.
Minutes in only. Fair enough.
Alright, so now we're going to be waiting for the second player from BlessRNG. Who is it going to be is the question. And what deck is he going to bring for the first duel?
Looking at their lineup, they have some decent players on there.
I think you know better with the roosters of like any team, because since I'm new, I guess I have still some players to know how they play, and maybe if there's like some name I know, well, that would be nice. But most of the players I've seen are truly people I don't know here.
I remember some of the people on Banana Rampage from last time, like my team played them, but I'm more familiar with BlessRNG's roster right now.
Alright.
I believe Shao's was #1 NA. I don't remember for which KC Cup it was, but they did achieve that. Also, the only player to have ever gone 10-0 in action in a regular season. Maybe one of the few players that have done it anyway.
10-0 clearly. Wow. Alright, so I think they're not having the player ID, so I'm just going to put prepare match, but we're still going to be talking a bit.
Yep. So you guys want to discuss those counter picks?
Exactly. No, it's pretty much when it comes to like choosing which player to go for the next duel, can be a lot of debate depending also on the decks that players decided to play for a match. So it's pretty debatable. They also have to think wisely which one they want to be playing.
Mm-hmm. Although, since I believe they're already down on a deck, you don't really have to worry about their deck. Like your deck's gonna get countered if you win the first duel. It's like you don't expect like having you don't have to guess their second deck.
Yeah. Also still no answer from BlessRNG. Alright, they're ready. Putting back the game layer. Laggy transition, which I apologize for that. But chook. Let's go right into it. It's going to be Blast on top. Let me change the name of the player. So playing Zane. Okay, that has to be Cyber Dragon by the looks of it.
If we did not see a heavy starter activate, and we didn't, then it's gonna be Sidra.
Indeed you... Actually, I wonder if he uses heavy starter, because generally, from what I've seen, the only other reason why you play Zane is going to be for grit. So I rarely have seen any heavy starter while using Zane.
Well, we know he's not using it since it didn't activate immediately.
3 cards already in the back row. That's quite a field here.
Could be a Sidra in the hand.
Alright, Dark Magical Circle, going to be the typical.
And just a sign to point out, they do have the same mat and sleeves, both of the players.
I mean, let's be honest, Dark World is always cool. Seeing this mat and sleeves is always going to be the best. But yeah, still really glad though, when it comes to the event that they release some new card for Dark World. I'm really happy because I started the game as a free-to-play, and the first deck I've built as a meta was actually Dark World. And it took me like 6 months to build, then 2 more months. Like, it's quite a very, very long deck to build. That was something.
Right.
No, that Cosmic Cyclone on the Dark Magical Circle. Looking the plays for Dante here.
You have to play without a circle since you can only use it once per turn.
Yeah. So now Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod is maybe going to attack or maybe not if he wants to force his opponent to like not have 2 Cyber Protos by the effect of Cyber Style, so the skill.
It seems a little dubious to actually swing in my view, but what else you have in your hand, I suppose.
Also, he went for the Dark Magical Circle, alright? 1 man raid. Hello, Hiligo, how's it going? Now, he's a good friend of mine, by the way, from many years back, because of Marker, Wii content and all. So yeah, everybody you can welcome here, because I think this is the first time he's seeing me commentating anything about Duel Links as well. Alright, now Dante setting 2 cards after using the Illusion Magic. So both players normally have the field. So everything depends on what Blast is going to do, because I think he's probably going to use the skill as well.
He might have to, depending what he drew.
That's the thing, because maybe he only has like one Cyber Dragon in hand, or maybe on the field.
I has two.
Alright, definitively two here.
Could be very good if he has a fusion spell. And there we go.
So far there's maybe some answer on the side of Dante, so maybe he has the Dark Magician navigation.
I almost would have been tempted to go for Twin just to kill whatever he summoned, but
exactly. But it's
also
not even a bad
current
decision to be able to destroy the two set traps. This is always helpful in any ways. But I think he knows already there's going to be a navigation summoning two Dark Magicians, unfortunately.
Now if he has a current, then this is fine.
Oh yes, two navigation. Oof. No, that's a good protection here. Two navigation already in the graveyard. And the size again defense. That's a good choice here, because maybe Blast is playing, for example. I mean, I don't think we're going to see this one a lot, but Power of the Guardian on Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon can be seen. Otherwise, it's going to be Concentrated Current.
You could also see in Overflow pop two of them.
Indeed, right now he has Overflow, which is really going to help him, but the thing is he can only pop like two monsters on the field.
Unless he banishes her hand too. Let's see what he does.
Ooh, yes. If he does it, it's going to be 3 destruction.
And
ooh,
he has 3, yep.
He had a Cyber Dragon in hand, wiping the entire monster field from Dante here.
It had to be the same different levels for it to work.
And now this is going to be the win here. Alright, so both teams are actually still with the same score so far. This is looking really, really tight here. So, in the end, Dante is out.
With a 1-for-1 trade.
Alright, so yet again, both teams thinking, I mean, only one team thinking which player to send this time.
Right.
And it's going to be player noob. Alright. Alright.
There you go. They are in the game.
Alright, yeah, no problem. Alright, this should be heavy starter here because of Dark Atlas.
Nope, it would have activated as soon as the duel started if it was heavy starter.
This is going to be great then, by the looks of it.
That also activates the starter duel.
Ah, indeed, yeah. I forgot this. I don't remember if like for many years we had like great unknowns at the beginning of a duel when it comes to his skill. I know it's level of augmentation. Alright. Stupidly enough, I think. Oh yeah, go on.
Oh, he does have it, I guess, and I don't particularly like level augmentation turn 1, but some people go for it.
I think
he's not.
Going for level augmentation on first turn is not a bad choice, as you scare your opponent with a lot of attack and a monster that can protect himself from destruction. Like, having a monster with 3,500 on the first turn, that is a scary opponent to face.
So I would consider dubious if I went against Ishizu, because then that suggests they might have an out naturally.
Right, it's going to be the Fiendish Chain on the core. That's a big heat.
No Cosmic.
Now, question is, does Blast have any ways to destroy the opponent's field or not? Is the question.
I do believe Overflow would only work from the card in the hand, because Fiendish Chain's on that core.
I believe so. Or the hand with the graveyard, or the field, from my memory.
Right, but the thing is, it has to be a Cyber Dragon. It has to be like a named Cyber Dragon in.
Yeah, that indeed.
Core at the moment.
This is neat because most of these Cyber Dragon cards, most of their effects, when they say it can be named Cyber Dragon, is or on the field and the graveyard, and
Right.
it's not from the hand. Like, I don't think there's any card from the Cyber Dragon series where it tells you, okay, so if you have it on the hand and all,
yeah.
But that's
Cyber
the
Dragon
thing.
does count.
No, he went for the Synchro, going for Orphan
makes
Zombie Skull.
Be able to protect all his monsters.
Yep. Protects any zombie on the field.
Yep.
But yeah, as I said, and what I wanted to say before, well, I guess two things. I don't see that much of people using Jack Atlas with the level augmentation, but that is a big surprise to do here for sure. So wise choice on using Jack Atlas for the surprise here. And on second place, yeah, for the Cyber Dragon archetype, you do not see any card with the effect of being named Cyber Dragon while having it on the hand, except the original cards.
Right.
No, he can go for the battle phase. He has 2,000 damage guaranteed here.
Oh, current.
Why not?
2 currents. Okay, that will do it.
He saved himself with this.
Fortunately, there goes both your currents, but what you draw.
By the looks of it, I think he didn't have any protection anyway, so...
Right.
He was pretty much forced to use the 2 concentrated current for defense, and the other lucky thing is Core has a lot of defense, which helped him to get some attack.
I feel like I might have only used 1 there, because the opponent would have to either swing direct or just end their turn. I don't know about that. And I still have current.
That indeed. That indeed.
No longer have lethal that way.
Let me just
we have the core anyway.
check it out, this card. Alright, yeah. You cannot target any zombie.
We drew the core anyway, so happy days, I guess.
Wait, I think this is the first time I want to point out, but okay, this is actually a very strange thing. I never questioned this. Also,
oh, you're wondering how it made it. It doesn't really care what's in the graveyard.
yeah, that's the thing. It's quite funny to see that you're able to like summon this one because it says Plague Spreader, then 2 or more non-tuner zombie monsters. So I guess that should be the effect of Serrano Spectra's Ward, but that is still...
It doesn't synchro summon, it just special summons 1.
Which level equals the total of these 2. Alright. Interesting. Alright, going for the... So I think after using it, he's going to use the skill right off the bat to be able to do a big vision, or he's just... No, he uses it.
This could be big if there's an overflow set currently. Oh, no. Like, overflow would have been excellent here. Well, yeah. No, it wouldn't have been because he couldn't make twin then.
He can go for twin indeed. Twin will be the win for him as well.
could even go for end if he wants to. It's not. I don't think it's lethal, but he could make it.
If he goes for Cyber End Dragon, I still think he will be sort of fine. But if, let's say, if player noob has like the tuner and just needs to summon it to be able to do a level 8 synchro, so Shogun Saga, that will be the death. No, he goes for... Alright, he wants to be sure to destroy the spells and traps.
This is where having that current would have been nice, the other current.
Alright.
Like your travel, that would have stopped it anyway. Oh, overload. Unfortunately, that will not save your fusion.
Yes, but I think that was interesting to see his play because I think he wanted to be able to use it and destroy it by the effect of the Rampage Dragon. That was a cool play here. So now normally he's able to use the effect of the trap, and he's going to be able to draw another fusion.
Oh, he targeted it. Okay,
that's the thing. He targeted it, which was quite an interesting play here. I don't see that often from Cyber Dragon players, so that was a great play here. And he was like already sure that he had the overflow to destroy the other spell trap. So now, because he used one cybernetic fusion, he has to set it and use it on the next turn. But he's still really fine. He's still really fine. That was a great play. Cyber Dragon can, in my opinion, still come back. We'll see.
We'll see.
I forgot. And I just checked the graveyard before, but he had the Spectral Sword already on the graveyard. Sorry, in the graveyard.
But for no effects.
Actually, you cannot activate the effect of Shogun Saga because you need Shiranui in the graveyard to banish it to then gain attack.
Right.
So that's why you don't see him gaining any attack.
Question in my mind: does he run the? Oh, you can't make.
I think he's gonna have a hard time. He's going to be forced to use the fusion, but with what he has, he's going to have a weak fusion for sure. He doesn't have any way to win here. Unfortunately.
He can only make Rampage currently.
Yep. Chimera Attack over Dragon, I think it's what he's going for. Otherwise, it's the Rampage.
Or Dragon has to name a
one of them has to be Cyber Dragon as a material.
Right. Otherwise, it would have been the correct play to want to use it with that fusion material on the board because it would be too big.
Come to think, he used the skill a bit soon, maybe, because that will have gave him more protection if he used it later on, but I don't know.
I think that using that current twice is what cost him more, so.
That as well.
Hard to get around that back row, but I don't think it was worth it using that both of them.
Still, that was a great duel for sure. Great defense from the Cyber Dragon, but this time player noobs takes the win. Alrighty. It's going to be 3. Alright, scores updated, almost. So far, this is a lot of vice versa during these matches.
Right, not a blowout yet. Looking like less likely it will be a blowout by one of the teams.
And they're ready for the match. Let's go right into it. Alright, we're seeing Luna. I think this is going to be possibly a mirror match.
Probably possible.
It is. Starting off with Gozuki. Nice card.
Yeah.
No, indeed, not many, or, well, I wanted to say not many, but some Shirani decks don't really use Gozuki. It's not really mandatory, but it is still good as you can send a zombie monster from the deck to the graveyard just to be able to, like, create a pile of cards in the graveyard, which is going to help you later on.
Unfortunately, it's not a great start.
No back row as well, so possibly he has the hand trap version. Well,
Possible, yes.
half hand trap and then the other half being
Right.
traps. Solitaire.
Either player opening up their squire.
Now he has to go defense here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone praying for player noob to have 3 cards set.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Possibly with one hand.
Indeed. But now, because of the release of Ballista Squad for Shirani, almost all the players do not need to play Raigeki Break. And Ballista Squad in the end just is better for the archetype. But I still think Raigeki Break is still a nice card to play. The difference is you'll have like less spells and traps on the field, which is not like Ballista Squad.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, both cards have like their own issue. For Ballista Squad, you don't have any monster on the field, cannot be used. And Raigeki Break, if you don't have any card on your hand, it's dead as well.
Yep.
Alright, so he yet again used the effect of Gozuki to send the level 4 Solitaire. Now this is a good play here. So first of all, he's going to be doing a Samurai Saga, or maybe going for King Hades, for example, or the the Arcfiend Synchro.
Arching Project Zombies would probably be the one I would try to go for, but we'll see what he does. Possible he doesn't need text in the Hades over it.
Exactly. Alright, he goes for the Arcfiend Zombie Skull. And now by the effect of Solitaire, he's able to special summon the Tuner. And I think he's going to go for a Samurai Saga. I don't think he's planning to go for the Shogun Saga, because it's pretty pointless to do it early.
We could maybe consider level logging here. Just a thought. Maybe that's what we're gonna do.
Alright, going for the level augmentation. Very cheeky. Okay, that's cheeky to go for the Shogun Saga like that. I actually thought he was going to go like Samurai Saga, then maybe later on do the Shogun Saga, but no, he's like, nah, I'm going to put the big Shogun Saga right out of the bat. And I believe, no, he can only banish the Tuner, but he's not going to do so.
Right. Now, will we consider, yeah, maybe going for level 10 here, get the pop.
Alright, he
Step
was
back,
also
running
able
good.
to to get the Samurai Saga and decides to destroy the tuner. So that should remove normally one of the back rows that he could be using. Okay, he goes for Forbidden Lance right over the bat.
No, I'm not gonna need a little bit more than that.
No, he has absolutely nothing. Alright, it's going to be the win for Blast here. Alright, we're going to see a big long war here, I think. Sounds good. Also going to update this course here. So far we've only seen like back and forth, like since the beginning.
Right,
which is quite funny.
Say that way, or it's also possible this is how it just opens up in the beginning, and then someone goes 0-2, and then
Exactly.
downhill from there.
Now I'm just going to verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Indeed, we had 6 duels right now, so scores are good here. Alright, yet again he's ready.
Go.
Bora Blast Club time. Arisa Arisa. Zero Kaiba. This must be Black Wings. It is. No, indeed, Black Wings against Shiranui almost a free win, but it also depends on the hand you get. But this time Blast gets the first turn, so he's able to set up a field and already go for some destruction. He only defends himself so far. 2 card set. And he ends the turn, he's really sure for that. Alright. The edit set of Monkas.
That is, you want to stop a Simoon play, that is what you gotta do.
This as well.
It's the only time that Lancia is gonna be useful.
Pretty much. If you use Lancia against Blackwing, it just stops Simoon actually. It's the only card that gets like countered by the effect of Lancia.
And I guess Cosmic Cyclone if they happen to have it.
As well.
Well, granted they could just change your Lancia, but yeah. I'd rather stop the Simoon.
Okay, the question is, does he want to go for Synchro or not?
Honestly, you could maybe just Pierce, because most Shiranui are like a 0.
That's the thing, I think it's just going to look for maybe 1 Synchro at least. But normally I think he's gonna keep Bora, he knows it. And the other thing is he can like go for 7-star Synchro, but in that case he'll have to go for like Obsidian Hogjo to maybe protect the Bora, but... I don't think player Noob has another card in hand to special summon. If he has it, he knows he gets the win. So
Right.
by the looks of how much he's thinking, I think he does not. So these are the only 3 monsters he has, and he's debating on doing the OTK or not. Alright. I do think it is not sometimes worth to go for a synchro, mainly on a field looking like that coming from Shrani, because you know with the traps they play, and this is what I've seen so far, who plays droning and wall of disruption on a Shrani? That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
So in my opinion, if he does the synchro, it's going to be his loss.
I think you're afraid of them top decking something if they happen to have Ballista Squad.
That's the thing. There may be
That
well,
is your main fear.
Ballista Squad. Let's say, indeed, you're going to be able to destroy Bora to like get less damage, but it's pretty useless because you still deal a lot of damage, which is going to be 3,600.
You're afraid of that top deck. That's what he's debating on. Because you could like rip a Squire and then it has a little 2 tuners set, then you can go off maybe.
Well, he decided to
single
use
play.
Bora. So he wants to keep Chris, this guy.
Oh, okay. They're gonna Rakiri anyway, then this is fine.
Yep.
Ish. Depends where the back row is. It's
Oof.
Phoenix Chain.
Yeah, that's going to be the win, almost. Depending on what he's going to go for. Ah, no,
It's free draw.
he wanted to attack with Chris instead.
He
Okay.
might have forgotten that they're most of them, like, all his tuners have 0 defense.
Well, the thing is, he thought that his opponent had a Gozuki face down. But I mean,
That's
if you
very
have
possible.
Gozuki, you never put it in defense. So there was no point to have this dogs. And Gozuki, the thing is, he has like 800 defense, and if he attacked first with Orochi, he will receive damage and just lose 1 attack. But there was no point. But anyway, it's going to be the turn yet again for player Noob, who I think has the win by the looks of it. He can also do another synchro, Obsidian Hogjo, and get the Raikiri back.
Or just put on Necro Valley on board, depends what you want to do.
Yeah, by the way, I've just seen this comment, but as Alan Zero has said, another thing he could have done on the previous turn was to like go already for the Nimaru, which I think will have been 5 for him. Possibly. Alright, so there's at least 1 hand trap on the side of Blast, so he's able to defend himself from 1 attack.
If there's not 2, this game's over though.
That's the thing. And for the comeback, if I look at the graveyard, he cannot actually. He's never going to be able to do a comeback technically. So I think it's going to be to his loss here. Yeah. He had another Lancer. Oof. That was actually a bad hand here. That was actually a bad hand for Blast, unfortunately. Player Noob takes the win. It's going to be 4-3 for Bannon and Rampage. Alright, no. I'd say that was a classic match. I don't think I have anything else to say anyways. It pretty much depended on who has the better hand.
Yeah. I think the if he did have a second Spirit Hero, I think the only way he could save himself was top deck Squire and maybe that could have gone somewhere.
Any 4-star he had, that be Gozuki, Squire, or even Solitaire, he will have been pretty much fine overall.
Oh, here we go. BlessRNG Shadows coming up.
Alright, shows. I'll be updating the names, by the way. Alright. Alright. Possibly Element Sabers.
Once again, a 22 card build.
22 indeed. Actually, I see a lot of Portuguese, Brazilian players in the chat. As usual, the biggest fan base of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is generally from Brazilians. So not surprised with that. Shoutouts to the Brazilian community as well. Alright, player noob starts by setting only one card.
Not particularly what you really want for Black Links. I'm guessing a Cosmic. Oh, there's a goodbye Cosmic. Goodbye that set.
Whoa! Alright, now I've seen sometimes Element Saber decks that uses the Fortune Fairy, but it's not that often that we see it, so very glad to see that.
Like
Destroys the Cosmic Cyclone. He has the chances to win this match easily, because playing against Blackwing, you know they don't have any hand trap.
It's doubtful they run a spear, that's true.
It's fine, Mirmalnatsu, by the way. As I said, I just said most of them are Brazilian, but I mean, shoutouts to any country here present in the stream. Anyways, I just salute all of you, so no worries for that. Alright, goes for the palace here. So gets to summon Molahu. Now I believe he's going to use the effects of the palace this turn.
Nope, he wants his battle phase later.
Oh, interesting. So he wants to be able to do some battle phase on the next turn.
Right.
He has to be really sure for that. Now, he technically has an advantage. When player Nova is going to be summoning, Molahu uses the effect, puts it face down. That's the end.
I don't disagree with not searching, because you see your opponent is bricked, so he's like, I want to kill him as soon as possible.
That's the thing. I would personally have searched for a card, because you know that maybe he has another Cosmic Cyclone if he's breaking. Mainly if he just sets one Cosmic Cyclone on the first turn.
I also don't know if there's another Element Saber in hand.
But I mean, I think he wanted to be able to get a battle phase, so it's still not a bad choice.
I normally like to go for the search, but then again, I've also seen the opponent is bricked here, so.
I think he still has a Blackwing to summon, but it depends on which one it is.
Yeah, and if the opponent has an Element Saber in hand or not. Oh, Simoon. That's a good one. Interesting, it chose not to commit, okay.
Also
I guess
just,
with the Cosmic, the logic was maybe they could banish the invocation, I don't know.
So he actually had the top deck here, almost. Oof.
And there we go.
Well, Molahu. Ooh, you.
Down to 1 life points.
Alright. If he has the Elaster, that is going to be over. Oh, he has it!
Over.
It's over. Entirely over. That is going to be the win for Shao's here. A lot of turns off events in this entire match so far. So now he's going to be able to do a Purgatrio. That's the win. Also, I forgot to say, because I've seen some people saying that Mirmalnatsu is speaking Brazilian and all, but I am like, Google Translate. I mean, obviously if he talks that much in the chat, well, it's technically knowing how to speak the language. Ooh, he had 2 Elaster as well, showing that he had the top deck here. Alright, a win for Shao's here. So far it's a 4-4 for both teams. Yet again, this is really tight, because every time we've seen 1 win then 1 loss for both teams. Like, it's really a vice versa every time. Every time.
Make for a nice match report.
Indeed. That's like, I don't think I see that often yet. Well, you can indeed see some matches that are like 10-9 when it comes to score. But when it comes to that vice versa wins and loss ratio, I don't think you see this that often.
Not usually.
So it's really interesting. Don't translate it, I only say dumb shit. I mean, Merman Nazi, trust me, I don't care about anything. It's always funny to translate anything, you know? I mean, I remember when I had some Italians making me do the porco dio mem. I'll have to remember that. Alright, so it's going to be the turn of Stalker here. And they're ready to go. We're gonna throw this, going to change the name of the players. And let's go. So, bottom player. Alright, going with the Ishizu. Now, I think it's very interesting though, like, even if most of the skills from Ishizu had like some nerfs, it's still one of the most used tractors, as well as Yami-Yugi. I mean, Yami-Yugi, the thing is, not most of the skills from him were nerfed, except Spell Specialist. And I believe there was also another skill which was, depending on the number of spells that you play, if you have like 5 or 6 different spells in your deck that you had like chances to get some spell in hand. This one was also nerfed as well. Alright. By the way, this is going to be the turn of Stalker, getting the Magician Rod, adding the Illusion Magic, uses it, gets his 2 Dark Magician.
Suggesting he has a nav and probably not a circle?
2 set cards. I think he's going to end the turn, yeah. Yo, Haynes Ketchum. Going good so far. Quite a tight match so far. A lot of vice versa. 1 win, 1 loss for both teams every time. Gets the Palace. Now he's probably going to use the effect of Palace unless he wants to go for the attack, but I think he's going to take his time for that, and he chooses to use the effect. Okay, maybe he's going to look to summon La Poila, which is possible, but if he does so, the opponent will have like time to use the navigation in that case.
Maybe they're both they're both navigation.
That's
How
the
do you
thing.
not swing? Hello, Heinz. Wasn't really looking at the chat for one there. Oh, there's 1 navigation. Is there 2?
By the looks, it looks like it. Yes, it is.
That 2, yeah.
That's a top deck here of the 2 navigation.
I would not commit to 1 nav unless I had 2 of them in that case.
Actually, if you play Dark Magician, if you have 2 navigation, always play the 2. Even,
right.
Let's say,
most of the time.
Well, most of the time, yeah, but I mean, you'd prefer to always like have the 2 because maybe the opponent is like not like these guys banishing the Dark Magical Circle, and you can have someone being like, oh, he has maybe 1 Dark Magician navigation, so I'm going to banish one of them. And he's going to be like, oh my god, I did a top deck. Because yeah, maybe he activates, but then the second one is another Dark Magician navigation. And if that's the case, you know, he fucked up. So generally, even if you have a Dark Magical Circle, hope to have at least 2 navigations set and you're pretty much good to go. Because not only you're at least having negations, but you're also assured that if one of them gets banished, you still have 1 to special summon your monsters. Concentrated Current. Please do not have a second. Alright, he doesn't have a second one.
That would be funny if there's still 2 of them.
That will be some big meme here. Man, I was about to make a joke around Concentrated Current, because that name for a card is just still weird in my opinion. Because you have like concentrated for like the players thinking a lot, and then current, which is currently so right now at the moment, you know. I'm glad I didn't have any good joke right now. So
Fair enough.
fair. Okay, getting the Molohi, and I don't think he has any other element. Well, yes, he can. He can
Change
easily.
one of them, yep.
Just chooses anyone, can be water, and he's going to go for the attack. I believe. No, he's not.
No. Battle phase is skipped.
Indeed. I think even himself forgot about it.
Sometimes I'll enter my battle phase when I'm pretty sure it's skipped anyway, just to double check.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Mainly if you like forgot the you. I mean, I guess it's always going to be the best move because you have to like act like an idiot and just have the thing automatically for you, basically. I guess it's going to be more complicated if you play in real life and you're like, oh hey, it's going to be battle phase, I'm going to attack. You will need to have a judge. You have no judge instead. Because maybe you're going to be like cheating and attacking. But here's different because obviously you're playing an online game. So most of the texts are like well done. Ooh.
Oh, Divine Wrath, that's interesting.
Divine Wrath out of any card. No, that will have not really helped him. Maybe only against a Magician of Dark Illusion or even Magician Rod. I think he's fine still. Shao's knows he's fine. I have that Handspun's art to die for. Sounds like his joke will make. Take my advice, don't do it. I lose 5 viewers per joke. Honestly, Heinz, I don't think if I do a joke, people are going to leave. Well, I guess they're going to stay. But the real thing that happens to me is if I shout, I know I always get some people who are like scared or maybe thinking, okay, this audio is fucking crap. I'm going to live, fuck it. You know, unfortunately. But happens. Happens.
Well, he's trying to debuff for the potential swing over Lapulian.
Ooh, cheeky. Going for the Shield Tome and also using navigation before using Shield Tome, which is always good.
I don't know.
If he...
Oh,
there's a Lapoila. Oof. That is great though. At least negating this bias is great. No, indeed Molahu is going to be destroyed, but he has still Lapoila, so he's really good. And he knows it. Plus he has the defense.
Alistair would be quite good. Now Alistair top deck here. Or
He
Alistair
is.
hand.
He can take pretty much his time by setting some cards on the field. Stalker has to find a way to deal with the back row or even the spells and traps. He knows that Lapoila is going to give him a lot of issues. Alright, Fiendish Shane. Great block again.
Attempt to run over the Lapulia once again.
Alright, going for the destruction of Lapoila.
Now, does he have a third navigation grave? I don't believe he does. And there's the Alistair.
I believe he maybe has it, but indeed I don't know the deck list of the players, but I don't think you will see a Dark Magician without the third navigation. That would be a big surprise if so.
Well,
He only had
the third one in
two.
graveyard.
He only had 2 on the graveyard though, so the 2 navigations were already used.
There's no stopping this then. Unless we see Alencia. Nope.
Alright, Purgatrio, the classic. Now the question will be if the opponent's if Stalker has Sphere Karibo, for example, this will be the biggest surprise. But otherwise I don't think he has a way to come back because the Timaeus has been in waste. I mean, it has been wasted, technically. Yep. It's going to be the win for Shao's here. So I think finally BlessRNG took the first point of the entire match, so now they're back again on the lead here. Alright. Going to update the scores as well. Alright, maybe both of the players are ready. Question is if they have if they want to actually use the repeat, which is possible. Oh my god. Big raid from the Duel Links Team Wars team. Alright, we're gaining a lot of people here this time. Seems that the previous war finished as well. And yes, indeed, Banana Rampage is going for the repeat this time. Going to launch already the match.
Right, repeat, yep.
Alright. So he's going to try again to do the plays with Dark Magician. No, in my opinion, I mean, that's quite a choice here, because how to say so, like, Dark Magician against Element Saber, it's half-half when it comes to win ratio, in my opinion. Like, Element Saber is more stally, and I think Dark Magician is more like direct, you know? It's more like a deck you're based on doing the special summon to be able to banish cards through the effect of the Dark Magician Circle. Always go for the research by using the effects like Dark Magical Circle or even Magician's Rod. But for me, both decks are half-half when it comes to win.
Right. Looks like he's opened up with a combo though, so that's nice. Rotational combo anyway. Well, he's debating on what to set.
Alright, decided to add the Magician Navigation here. So now he should be able to have at least a good field. Also, for Stalker, starting and getting this first turn is really going to help him. It's not Pokehima this time, Hazy. Pokehima was the first one to go during this match. So now his teammates has to play for him. Alright, goes for the Palace. He's going to also activate the effect of Palace, maybe or not. But I think mainly against Dark Magician, most of the people would like use the effect of Palace to assure themselves they have an Element Saber in hand as well, like Lapoila or even a Molahu. The more they have, the better it is for them, even if they skip the battle phase. Because they will look to stall against a Dark Magician deck. Any spicy decks so far? I will say... Well, honestly... Maybe one which could be Cyber Dragon, if you could say so. I know there was quite an interesting play coming from the Cyber Dragon player, which was Blast, by the way. And otherwise, the typical decks from the meta so far. So indeed, we can maybe see some unique deck coming up in this match, who knows?
Fortunately, it doesn't like a double field spell play. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, no field spell unfortunately for him. I don't think you often see some players like deciding to go already for the banishing of the Palace, but he went for it, so he was able to, I guess, not let his opponent draw for a good card. So that was quite a wise choice, because now we're seeing that Shaos has only 3 back row. Back rows can be anything, or maybe very useless against some of the players. We'll have to see.
That's a curtain, that's interesting. Not useful now, but could be later.
Exactly.
Again, it goes on that long.
Curtain will be useful later on, and I think he's also looking to like obtain this card before maybe getting a sort of brick if he didn't want to get the curtain. I think that's to avoid any brick. Plus the other thing is he's able, with the effect of the Dark Magical Circle here, to like change the position of the 2 other cards from the top of his deck. He decided to get the attack of Magician Rod.
No need to negate there, in my view.
I don't know what to say, but I will have received the attack of the Duel Magician Knight. Otherwise, he had
where they want to
nothing.
force out, and there's no reason to negate that.
And that's the thing. Maybe he didn't have anything to like stop him with the back row he had, so it's going to be a win for Stalker here. Honestly, cannot say much. Also, we're a lot of viewers. I'm not really... I don't think I'm having the habit of getting that much viewers, and all because of like whatever happened to me 2 weeks ago, which was pretty insane as well. Alright. So obviously there will be no repeat this time as well. So let's see what kind of deck Shaos is going to bring this time. Yeah, there's Novu actually co-casting with me, Jana.
Right. Oh, right. I know why you're saying that, yeah. I did clip that.
Yeah, indeed, Swifty. Also, as I said, like 2 weeks ago, I had like a big YouTuber who like decided to raid my channel, and he brought like 170 people almost on my channel. Anyways, both players are ready. Let's go right into it. Also, I just need to update one image. Chook. Both players with their last deck, technically.
Right. Yeah. And it's been like this all war so far.
Yeah, it's so much back and forth. So much back and forth, so
far they've been evenly matched.
Alright, so yet again, Dark Magician. Dark Magician begins first, but I think this is looking like a mirror match. Somehow. Someone is thinking that maybe he's playing hero.
It is possible, I suppose. You can go steal Tomb Heroes. That wouldn't be the worst matchup. You could do worse, yeah, that'd be fun.
Indeed.
Particularly if you can get it like a Blast established. Blast is pretty good against Dark Vision.
This indeed. Uncommon set of the field for the Dark Magician, only a circle and one set card.
It's a mirror. Oh yes, that only having 2 stars would be a problem for building that deck.
I don't think he got a good RNG in here. And just seems that they weren't blessed with this. No, yes they were. They were blessed. I thought they weren't, because I mean, it can happen technically that you don't get a card that you want that lists Dark Magician.
It's also possible the point was thinking where they wanted to activate their navigation right now.
As well. Alright, Illusion Magic right off the bat. Going for his babies, going for his Dark Magician. I wanted to say waifu, but it's husbanda here. But yeah, I don't know. I want to go so much for the memes, but yeah, I'm gonna contain myself. Unless the people likes them. Who knows? I mean, all I know is I'm not like my good friend Yugo Yugi, who is like full of memes. Like, I think if I ever like bring everybody here, and if I have my friend, and I swear, if my friend is streaming, I think y'all will understand what I was talking about between me and him and the memes. But anyways, 2 set cards. So...
We did not see an end phase navigation, which suggests it might not be a nav after all.
Which also means that maybe he didn't get the Dark Magician in hand. So
yeah.
He's gonna try to search for them. Looks like both teams are talking between themselves about this try to do here. And well,
Right.
I mean, I cannot say much here.
It might be that the hand's playable, it's just awkward.
Alright, begins with the Cosmic Cyclone on the circle. The typical.
You normally want to go for that circle, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's, in my opinion, the best thing to banish, mainly against a Dark Magician. But could be interesting to see maybe someone willing to go for the RNG and maybe try to banish the navigation. But I think
I've had people try it against me in like a mirror, and that didn't really work. Oh, that's cosmic.
oof.
Oh, here it goes. Speed
Oh, it
level.
was a treacherous trap hole. Alright. I think it is going to be still good for him, because I think he wasn't really looking to like play treacherous trap hole yet. And I know it's not really on his interest so far.
That actually might have helped him.
That, in my opinion, helped him because he should have banished the circle that was like used, because you don't let him draw a card that is going to help him. So if he has navigation, he's good to go. Now the question is, does he has a set Cosmic Cyclone? No. It's going to be a navigation here.
And unfortunately, you should do it. There's no Speaker Revo because Steel Tomb's not activated, I believe.
Also, you know what? I think yet again I'm just going to up your volume so people can hear you. So I think this time it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because I know you're gonna have some fan base, and I'm like, I think it's good to have people hear you at least.
It would be nice.
I mean, all I see is a lot of people being like, "Hey, Nova's co-casting and all," so I'm like, really nice. Anyways, ooh, this time he wasn't blessed by RNG. Now I can say the joke.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Actually, fun fact: this is the first time that I see a bad circle happening. This is the first time, by the way. Navigation. Ooh.
Okay, guys, don't do that. Unfortunately, yeah, since
Ooh,
Silver's not active, that navigation is dead.
Does he has a hand trap? I think no.
Nope.
Yeah, it's going to be game for Shao's here. Shao survived this match here. Alrighty. BlessRNG yet again taking the lead here. So I think both teams got, I guess, the lead point, and for each team, 3 times. I don't know if a lot of people understood that, but
It's, in other words, it's been back and forth, like they've been above one and
yes,
above one.
for real.
Like I said, it'll make it for a pretty match report.
Yeah, and even funnily enough, I think they also broke the chain of like having, oh, BlessRNG wins the duel, then you have, I'd say, Banana Rampage gaining this time, or like taking the win. I think it wasn't, let's say, having the same team, so... Anyways, just some fun facts.
Perhaps Styles will go on a streak now, we'll see.
Indeed.
Later into the war, it naturally gets harder to counter a deck. We've seen a lot of E-Sabers and Dark Magicians today from both teams.
Indeed. Which are technically, I mean, great decks to play. And as well, Shiranu at the beginning of this entire match.
That's true.
And just one variety, which was Cyber Dragons, which a lot of people still think, in my opinion, that is weak. But I mean, it can still do good plays. So let me see.
Right, and we just see a Blackwing. There was a Sidra and a Blackwing.
Indeed, there was also a Blackwing from the Banana Rampage team. So it's gonna be Bruno S's turn. going to throw the match already, so people are able to watch. Let's get right into it. Alright, we're going. Alright. 21 cards with Bandit Keith. Now this is interesting. I wonder what deck he's playing, because obviously Thunder Dragon is dead, so what kind of deck is he playing? Maybe Desperado?
I don't know.
Most of the times when you have seen like Bandit Keith in the past, that was to play Desperado decks, so I can understand if he plays it. I don't think Hero, no. Hero impossible. What else could he play? Can also be Dark Magician. I will be surprised. Now Shao is getting the first turn here. He looks like he got a nice hand. If he goes already for like Illusion Magic.
It could be deity with baggy sleeves, but it seems a little strange, but it's possible.
Oh, you make me think maybe he's playing Yosenju. I forgot that people played Yosenju with Bandit Keith, but I mean, baggy sleeves, it's nerfed. Like, it's such a dead skill for most of the decks, because now you have to get a level 7 or more, and if it is destroyed, you get to draw 2 cards. Alright, Cosmic Cyclone here, the first one. Banishes Cosmic. Alright. Another one.
Yeah.
Going for the removals here. 2 good cards removed in my opinion. No, honestly, I mean, Greg, I think maybe we could have seen someone playing Yosenju, but I mean, with the actual ways of playing Yosenju, it's dead. Like, I could have understood if someone played the Bag of Sleeves version, or maybe the one with Shadow Game, but I mean, impossible with the state of the game. It's not going to happen. I can guess indeed Yosenju can still be meta, but I wonder. Also, Hero!
Yep.
I thought he's not going to play Hero with Bandit Keith, so alright. Interesting, interesting. Also has sent the Celestial, so good choice. Using the effect can increase to special summon him by sending the Firestar to the graveyard to special summon another hero on the field. Normally it's going to put the Vian here.
Turns out those Cosmic and Treacherous were probably the hits he wanted.
Indeed. And also can let himself be in attack as well. I do think if the opponent, so if Shaos has the Dark Magician Navigation, it's going to slow down the plays from the hero player, so
Bruno also had the mass change.
And it's a navigation. Going early, I think, this time.
No, they don't want to stop it. You don't want to advance right now. It's a problem. If you're summoning Kaikuo here.
I guess so, but I mean, he could have like waited to use the navigation a bit after. And let's say he does, like, this is the good move here. He puts his monsters in defense to not get any Akon or just receive damage, technically.
I think this was the time he wanted the Kaikuo, which is what he did want.
Kaikuo in attack?
You're hoping for no mass change. Which looks like he might have anyway.
He's hoping for it, but he has it clearly. I will have stood in defense because I think the opponent had anything to destroy at least.
Well, it's guaranteed gone if you did that.
Now he has to destroy the Dark Magician. I mean, he has the win technically. Any player of here must have 3 must change. So this time he uses the second one. Another attack, gets the must change, direct attacks, and it's going to be the win.
Once per turn.
Ah, it's 1%. Okay.
Anki's once per turn.
Okay, now I think this was a change because maybe of like the new rules being applied.
It's always been once per turn.
I mean, I don't know if always, because I think I remember someone did me.
Well, mass change is not once per turn. Anki is.
Nice. Ah, yeah, the mass change, you mean?
Yeah, the mass change is not once per turn. That you use as many times as you want. The Anki is once per turn. The card that starts the mass change.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, no, yeah, that's what I thought, because I mean, I think in the past you had like the possibility to summon 3 Anki, that's the thing. And they changed the rules normally right now.
Oh no, you
Since
can still do it.
the last
It's just
month.
you need all 3 master changes, or like
That's
2
the
in search
thing.
1.
That's the thing, but in the past, let's say most of my opponents, they were like having only 1 Anki and only 1 mass change. So they use one and they attack me, they're able to search for another one, they use it again, they're able to special summon another Anki, search for another copy again. Or maybe I'm wrong, so...
I don't know what to tell you. This is what they've been doing. It's not how they're
It's
supposed to be
fine.
doing it.
It's fine. Now Bruno takes the win here. Alright. Yet again, the return of the back and forth. This is not going to finish here. That's not, like, I don't think there's a lot of times we see that much of back and forth. So,
Yeah.
This time, Bruno S takes the win. So now both teams are going to be thinking which player to send. I mean, just one. I don't know. I think I have a lot of habit to say both teams when it's just only one that is like changing to another player. Kick. Bruno God. Apoyamos a compañero.
Does Bristar play Christian? I don't remember where he plays actually. Right, but I think he also plays Shiro at some point. I don't know. I remember. Forgetting. So there's just Hype Beast and Ristar left to counter pick.
Alright, so they have the player coming in. It's going to be the turn of Ristar. Alright. Throwing the match. I'm going to update the names as well. Let's get right into it.
I'm trying to remember what time it is for Ristar. I think it's late for him.
Oh, Blackwing! Another Blackwing. I will be surprised if this is the case. Alright, it's the turn of the hero player here. So it goes for Faris here to be able to special summon itself and sends a Celestial, so very nice.
Right.
Maybe it's going to end the turn here.
Not putting the Vion in the back row like I did earlier today.
Yeah.
It's not what we want to do.
Interesting, 1 card set and he ends a turn. Alright.
Could be a case of losing the coin flip.
Possibly. He's able to do the Simon here. Alright. Now he's going to be able to search for a Blackwing from the deck. Generally going to be I believe Bora, but I think he's going to go for Gale. And then he's going to go for Orochi.
How's the Cyclone? Gonna say no.
Yep. Actually, Sassy was pretty much able to know about it. Toxic chat. Funny guys. Alright, so having the Gale here.
I'd be tempted to just swing if I don't have any other like good synchros or whatever I want to make here. And you're fine either way, honestly. Like he needs spear, I guess. Or I could tag out with the increase maybe.
Looks like a win for Blackwing here.
Does appear to be the case.
But he's targeting, so increases effect activates, tributes the forest.
Oh, says no.
Ooh, the Cosmic Cyclone. Alright, now that is a big rip here. Blackwing wins. Alright.
Oh, Atlas.
I cannot say much. For me, that was a top deck from the side of Freestar.
Yeah. At least top deck lethal, I guess.
Like, yeah, that was clearly lethal when he used the Cosmic Cyclone here.
Right. So once again, they're doing that back and forth thing again. Here we go.
Is it again ready? No repeat for this time. So
Doesn't want that coin flip.
Alright, it's going to be the turn for the Blackwing. So here's the turn of Freestar. So at least he's going to be able to do the research he wants by using the Simon. Also 2 Black Rewind right off the bat is really going to help him out.
So we'll go for that Narco Valley play, perhaps. Could be useful.
Indeed, most of the Blackwings players will have at least 1 copy of Necro Valley in their deck. But it's like hard to get this as a card at the beginning. In my opinion, that will be better if you use it after, mainly. Because if you use it early, the opponent is just needing a Cosmic Cyclone, banishes it.
And I'm going with the assumption that they're Element Sabers and they chose 3 field spells.
Alright.
Looking at the other side of the field, I think they're Element Sabers. I could be wrong, but I think they are.
No, he's getting great cards here. So he drew the first time Zephyrs, then Bora, then he draws Orochi and Bora. Alright, alright. So goes for the level 7, it's going to be... I believe it's going to be Raikiri, then he's going to go for the Obsidian Hogsho, special summons the Simoon, and he's fine. No!
Pixie Dragon.
Alright! Alright, alright. So is he going to go for Obsidian Hojo or the Raikiri? Because I mean, Obsidian Hojo is technically more interesting to have at least some sort of protection for the Blackwings. And also can special summon
that. That'd be pretty good.
I mean, maybe he can go, I think, for Cheatery as well. If he wants to gain a lot of attack at least. So he has the choice.
He's thinking.
Alright. Goes for Raikiri here. And now by using the effect of Zephyrs, he's able to special summon himself, activates Mountain again. And because
he wants to
activated a field spell, he gets to draw one card by the effect of Ancient Pixie Dragon. So I think he was also doing it to hope to get the counter trap, which is what will help him out.
Here's a new Atlas.
Also, as Atlas says in the chat, he's right. He's right. Chidri, I think, really doesn't help that much. It just like gains a lot of attack. It's not really anything about protection or even destruction. The only protection I'd say will be the amount of attack you can get with it. But it's risky to have it on the turn 1. And Ancient Pixie Dragon for a turn 1 indeed is really interesting, as you can get to draw a card, and that's the good play here. So that's 3 cards. Alright. 3 cards. Also forgot to say that he plays 25 cards in his deck.
Which is why I was suspecting Element Sabers when I looked at it.
Yeah, indeed. I just forgot your comments. My apologies, but indeed that is clearly an Element Saber. Fusion Reserve, alright.
Unless you have like a Necro Valley and you don't think they have unending, you have to push pretty much. That's what I would think.
I think he's gonna try to incite the player to attack with Raikiri. Oh no, that's looking really bad. I don't think he's really that safe at the moment, because even if he like activates Fiendish Chain, no wait, I mean Fiendish Chain will stop one of the attacks at least, but
there's the Impulse.
this is Creeposphere, alright.
We're just going all in.
So he has another card on the field, or has a hand trap to be able to counter one of the attacks. No, nothing.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing. It's going to be the win again for Ristar. Okay, finally, and now this is quite a change here. One of the teams took a 2-point lead here.
Right.
Alright. It's going to be 2-0 for Ristar here. So now they have to go with the last player anyways. On the side of Banana Rampage, we're going to be seeing Bibito for the end.
Yep.
Respeita Bibito God. Honestly, I respect any player here. Just rest assured. Bebeto vai colocar o carinho em campo. It's always funny to like try to understand the messages from like the Brazilians, because I mean, since I speak Spanish technically, I have some words that I can comprehend, so it gives me a bit of advantage. Seems a lot of people are thinking that he's going to do 4-0. Who knows? Who knows? Alright.
Or they're calling for Ancient Gears.
Someone is thinking indeed that he's going to play Ancient Gears, so. Or maybe he revealed indeed, as you say.
That would be interesting to see. It would be unusual.
Alright, so the Kaiba here.
I believe I'll be stepping back for a moment as this game plays out.
Alright, so restart beginning, his first turn. He's at least able to have a black Wind. Normal summons the Chris to be able to draw a card. Not a bad start here, but he'll need to be able to at least have a Synchro and hopefully the Ancient Pixie Dragon to do the plays.
Right.
AG Express leaving mad full combo. We love the teacher Danone here. Also, I have a friend that loves to do the imitations of... Wait, what was his name? Dr. Crowler.
Right. Fair enough.
But yeah, as usual, what a funny track to Dr. Crowler is.
I can imagine.
Bebeto está en segundo. So he has the Gale so far. So he goes for Teetery here. Alright. So he wants some attack protection here.
You can show up as the opponent's bricked, and that doesn't look like it.
No, Bibito maybe is going to have the win here. Decides to use the Simoon right off the bat, which can mean he didn't have any continuous spell on his hand. Alright, what's going to happen? Also, maybe because of the timing, he can maybe have a quick spell in hand, which is possible. Simmons' effect activates. I mean, sorry, the Black Rewind effect activates and gets himself a Zephyrus. So maybe he's going to go for the Ancient Pixie Dragon.
It's like full combo if he at this point. Or near full combo anyway.
Right now he's able to summon Orochi. Sorry.
His combo, full combo would be like Gale 2.
Exactly, if he has Gale, he pretty much has the win.
Well, he's good right now anyway.
But I mean, yeah, he has Raikiri, so he just needs to destroy some, but... I think he has the counter trap by the looks of this situation, so... Yes! He got baited. That is a big bait here. I think...
It certainly is.
If he really has Gale, I mean, he technically can come back by using the effect of Gale. Take the Synchro.
Oh, well.
I'm talking too much. Alright. For me, that's the win for Bibito because he's going to be doing the Obsidian Haucho, gets himself back the Raikiri, and he's good to go. Easily. Yeah. So Zephyrus uses its effect to at least special summon it to be able to do the lethal. And yeah, that is going to be the win for him.
Rep.
And yet again able to use the effects of Raikiri. Alright. And it's going to be a win for Bibito. So team gets their 7th point here, thanks to Bibito. And come to think, alright, so yeah, I believe Restart was only with one deck still, so
right, he still has another deck.
Exactly. Sometimes I just want to be sure that I haven't done things so bad, but it's okay. Also, from the looks of it, I believe Banana Rampage is a team for a Brazilian team. Plus it also says BR, so it explains everything.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Which also explains why I have a lot of Brazilian players on my stream. You phony people. I love you Brazilians. You always are making the chat so funny to read, I swear to God. And this I say because I'm Spanish. Well, I'm French, but I mean I speak Spanish, so yeah. Anyways, I think that was a bit louder. I hope so. I've done some effects, but anyways.
It was. I was like, who's that from over there? There we go.
Oh, Yugimuto. Yeah. From Restart Yugimuto. What is he going to play? Oh, I do dig that. I do dig the fact that he's playing Yugimuto, because I cannot really see what kind of skill he's playing. Maybe a classic, like the tie-dye bends? No, the tie-dye bends. Wait, how do you pronounce it actually?
Binds.
Binds, alright.
And set 3 and okay.
I mean, technically, Bibito is gonna have a good field for him.
Appears so.
Minarola. Cool to see people speaking a lot of languages for sure. Alright, so he summons Zephyros, then Chris. Doesn't have the continuous spell this time. And does he have a tuner is going to be the question. No sadistic.
Oh, that's good. He's saying 3 cards then. That's nice.
Alright, so he got the Gale, so he's able to at least do one Synchro here. I believe he's going to go for Raikiri and pop one of the cards, but I mean, one of the cards is still going to be used before Raikiri's effect is applied. Not su mejor PR.
Interesting, I wonder who delay is on.
Yeah, as usual, I think indeed delays, as I said, could be because of connections, but the other thing is talking to the team as to say, should I do such kind of play or not? So he was probably talking about, should I, for example, do Obsidian Haujo or Raikiri or Shidori? But I mean, the obvious will be to go for Raikiri to bait your opponent on using one of the Phazon cards. Decides to not use. So he's gonna special summon Zephyros.
2 pops.
Alright. So now he knows he's not able to do any synchro and also pops 2 cards indeed.
Treasure Sharp Ball is pretty good.
Alright, the Treacherous at least helps him out. Cleans all the back row here. But I mean, he still wipes the entire board. Almost, sorry, almost. Also, I believe he could have destroyed the Chris, I think. If he destroyed Chris...
Chris can protect himself 1 time.
Oh, that is rape actually. Ooh, yeah. That is going to be the win for Bibito. He just needs to do Obsidian Hojo, special summon the Raikiri. Alright, yet again a back and forth by this situation, honestly.
Yep.
My kid, by the way. Sorry. And yeah, Bibito is really about to maybe carry the team, but it also depends on what BlessRNG has as a deck. 8, 8. Lord decreases, I did not expect to see such great comeback. Very interesting. This is really getting tight for both of the teams. They may be having, let's say, wonders and even hopes to see who gets what turn, so there's going to be a lot of thought here put. Anyways, 8-8 for both teams so far.
Right, and this could, as you say, this could come down to a coin flip.
Exactly. So many BB to God, by the way. Lots of BB to God and all. Also, I think we know the last player is Hyper Beast 13, so I'm going to change this out.
Yep.
Just let BB2 get his last 2 opponents, there's no need for a duel. Lol. We'll see. Honestly, we'll see.
They're debating which of the 2 decks they want to send first.
Indeed. Black Wings is technically a scary deck to fight, mainly when it gets second turn. That's for sure.
Right.
When you get it first turn, I mean, you can generally defeat it through spells and trap effect easily. It's like if you use any monster effect, you're maybe in danger against such deck, but otherwise it should be okay. Alright, the last player is entering the ring.
Now, so. Yep. Please hype. Okay, fair enough.
Please hype. I mean,
They're referring to hype beast, yeah.
okay. Okay. No, I was thinking that they were asking, please hype the match, make some
No,
funny
they're asking for hype beast.
commentaries, and I was about to be a fool just for the memes. But hey,
I mean, you still
If
can't.
they're for-
It's not what
I mean,
they're asking for.
yeah, I mean, obviously, this is my, this is my channel. I mean, I'm streaming on my channel, so I can like pretty much do anything. But like, I thought that we're talking about the hype to put in the stream instead of
No.
hype the player. It's nothing special, trust me. Now I know Hypebeast is in the room, so I think they're still deciding which decks is he going to play and which one in first so far.
Yep.
Some please hype here, and I believe the other ones are going to bring soon the Bibito God as well. It's going to be a fight between both people rooting. Like, it's like, I don't know, we're in a stadium and you have two let's say two groups of spectators rooting for their favorite team here. Cyrus Truesdale? What? Alright. No, he is probably playing the Tidal Bins, or he's playing the Master of Fusion. That will be the two skills I think he's playing if he's playing Cyrus Truesdale. By the way, Hypebeast begins this duel.
This does suggest Master of Fusion.
Ooh, hero. Yeah, indeed, Master of Fusion.
I guess it could also be ties, but it's more like a Master of Fusion.
It's tie. It's tie. When you're playing hero against Black Wings, that is going to be tie. That is going to be tie. Let's see if he's capable at least to like build some good defense on the field. He right off the back of the Stratus, so he was able to get himself monster for the hit deck. So I believe he drew Faris here. Then special summons Paris by discarding the Malicious. Has the increased special summon to special summon the Vion. Gets himself the Polymerization. That's looking good, honestly. That is looking really good for him so far. Yeah. Great start for him.
Is that two back row? One, two, presumably one that does something good.
Two back row. I think one of them will be a bait. I will be
possible.
I mean, I will be really surprised if those two cards are real back row. But I still think he has one of them for bait.
Yep, that's my guess too.
I'm quite surprised that Hypebeast is going for such a big field instead of like at least 3 monsters. I mean, well, I have understood for like one card, but I think he's doing this because he knows maybe he has a Cosmic Cyclone to banish one of the spells or traps and pretty much be able to take over the game. So BB2 in such a good position yet again. Having the second turn for Blackwing is almost a free win. And as I said, it's almost. It's not every time that they're going to win. It really depends on how you play and what you chose to destroy. And depends on how the opponent is going to defend himself.
Why isn't he keeping? I'm not sure why. I guess he wanted more.
It's very normal.
Wider, I guess.
He wanted to summon Increase to have a Vion special summon on the field to then get the Polymerization. Plus, it helps you to at least like send cards from the deck to the graveyard and at least like get the monsters you want and get the spells you want. That was intentional that he goes for Vion to then get the Polymerization that way. Plus, you see, if we go for the graveyard, he has the Celestial as you can see here, but he also has the Malicious that he sent by the effect of Faris. So that is a great thing that he decided to special summon Increase and then get himself a Vion. If he didn't so and decide to be, oh hey, Raikiri is going to target cards, thing is, the opponent is not so stupid. I don't think he will have targeted the Faris and he will have gone for like the 2 set down cards. So now I think there's a lot of thinking for BB2 here. Also, I don't know if he's thinking a lot Yet again, I'm calling there's some glitch going on, so we're gonna leave, join again. No, sorry.
Oh, no,
Alright. I've just seen the summon and the sword. I was like, no, you don't quit.
Yeah.
That is a coincidence. That is a coincidence. I can only say that. And he decides to summon Chris. Summons the Gale here. Alright.
Black Rose will be funny, that's all I'm saying.
Indeed. Not yet, MEI. Actually, no.
I don't think so.
Like, we've seen a previous Blackwing match where he special summoned an ancient pixie dragon, but there was no pop of that way. Alright, yet again a lot of thinking. No, he indeed did what I thought, which will be using the effect of Gale to reduce the attack and defense of one of the monsters, so the obvious one, Stratos.
Right.
I do agree, Haynes, as he says, it's a Blackwing thunk. What is this big thunk we're saying? Like, Jesus.
Perhaps he doesn't have the combo, and he's thinking, is there any way I can win?
Well, indeed there's that thing, but it's like he's thinking if he's going to get destroyed or like countered if he summons the right Kiri, so he's almost thinking that he's going to have to play another card, but I don't think it's going to be the case. Goes for the right Kiri. Special summons the Orochi, so at least he has one more monster. Oh, that will be shocking if you see a time limit loss like that.
Crutch.
K-Knight.
Pretty good. Oh, Necrorally, okay.
Yeah, Treacherous Trample cleaned everything, I think, here. I mean, for me, this is technically a win. Seems that Bibito didn't get the good hand. Because everybody knows about the back row, or like cards that they play. So I think he's going to use the spell right now because I think he knows, or maybe can take his time if he wants to, like, bait his Cosmic Cyclone and then be like, hey, I had this card. For me, this is going to be this time a win for Hypebeast, but it also depends if the back row is not a quick effect. If it is not, then it can be a big surprise. So who knows what BB2 has. Goes for the Cosmic Cyclone here. It was a Blackbird close here. Decides to go for the Polymerization here. And can actually go for Trinity for the lethal. Pretty much. Because, no wait, no. Trinity can, I don't think he can attack directly. Yeah, he cannot.
He cannot.
He cannot, exactly. I'm glad I thought this back. So at least he's able to deal that damage, and he has the mass change.
Better.
And I believe he's going to do it. Oh, okay. For the, because Anki, yeah. Anki is the critical. Oh my goodness. The prismatic. What is this prismatic? I'm jealous. Give me this prismatic Anki. I only have 2 Anki as well. And well, anyways, Hypebeast takes the win. But yeah. 2 wins for Bibito, though. That was good for a Blackwing player, so still good. And he can still come back with his second deck, so it's not over for any team. They both have to be cautious. No, I think after I said that, and because of the results of the match, I think the Brazilians are like first. They're like, no, Bibito lost. It is unfair and all. I'm sure they're going to be like that. Ah, yeah. Alright, so just going to update the scores as well. So this time. So one of them has the lead. And there are technically 2 more duels at max. And it seems that BBD is ready.
Yep.
Alright, someone right off the bat says banana too small. Already going for the provocations. Ay ay ay. Alright, now this time I see a BB2 Saber expert. And playing Aces Ishtar. Alright. And I believe, yeah, BB2 begins this time.
You seen a lot of DM today, Greg.
Possibly
I believe
Regulator. I think DM against hero, it's controversial. They can have a lot of advantage, the heroes, when it comes to answer. So hero has some chance still.
Yeah.
Alright, BB2 gets the turn, Magician Rod. By the way, another prismatic that I see, but well, everybody can do this prismatic. Anyways, he's going to search for a spell or a trap. You should go for the gold banana, which is the Dark Magician Circle. Yeah, I have the same comment here, hence. Like here, they have mainly the way you build the deck. They have a lot of advantage when it comes to answer because they're quick spells and because there's actually quite a lot of monsters who started to have a lot of quick effects. So generally, you're fine.
Like blast, balancing circle is really good.
Indeed. Jana says hero brick 2, Mali 3 mask 1 time. That would be an awful brick. Like, I mean, it is enough of a big brick if you have a malicious in hand and you're not really able to discard it. A lot of thinking yet again from BB2. He can actually take his time usually for illusion magic. Why not doing a chain? That's a choice. But what matters is generally to know which card you want to add first before like using illusion magic. So he had the 2 Dark Magicians, and is he going to? I think he's gonna go for navigation, or he can try yet again.
Cosmic, if he wants to maybe Cosmic his thing so he can steal tombs. I don't want to as well to be delayed.
Thing is,
or you can
if he goes for the circle, as you know, it is getting you random cards, and now he goes for the really sure play. Alright, so everybody knows what card is face down, right? Just saying this.
Or TTH.
I mean, how should I say so? Even if he uses a Cosmic Cyclone, I mean, well, if he has it, it's really better for sure. But I mean, imagine we see Gyoku. Now, if we see Gyoku, which is a continuous spell that you use it, you lock a spell trap. That will be such a coincidence, but that will be insane. But I think nobody's using Gyoku nowadays in this meta, but maybe there's going to be a day that such card is going to come back. Or at least I hope. Because it's like a sort of Xing Zenhu, which means you lock cards on the field, the face down cards. But anyways, goes and normal summons the Vision here of Vian. Alright, so I think he's gonna... Okay, he sends a Forest.
Did he open up the malicious? That's interesting.
Possibly he opens with a malicious, and maybe that's Celestial.
In which case you can banish and fuse. That's a play you can do.
I guess, well, I mean, 3 cards they generally want to send to the graveyard are Faris, Malicious, and Celestial. So going for Faris is a weird choice.
I guess because he was hoping he could banish, so he fuse, but
otherwise he maybe has 2 Faris already in the hand, which I also can explain why he goes for Faris.
Say no. Did he open? No, he opened Mass Change. That works too.
Alright, goes already for the Mass Change. Now he can almost chill out, but I think there's some hand traps going on as well. Alright. Goes 1 time with Anki. And I think he should really go to destroy the Dawn Magician as well. And we should be okay. Only once. Let's see what is he going to do. Also, just one thing, just before I forget, I believe if you attack directly with Anki and decide to use the Forbidden Chalice during damage step, it still works to like deal 3,200 damage. Or so I believe.
Correct. You got that right.
Alright, because I know this was one of the combos you could see back then for hero players in 2018. So yeah, that will have been actually horrendous to see such kind of ending, to see a Forbidden Chalice like that. But I mean, for hero players, they don't really play Forbidden Chalice nowadays. They generally have back row removal and monsters with quick effects. It's almost a no need, but it is still quite something you can go for if you want. But because I've been also talking to a player who I know, Hero of the Abyss right now, going to be a big hit on the Anki here. But I believe, no, he's not able to do anything. He's not able to do anything because he didn't set any card on the field, so there's not going to be any answer on the side of Hypebeast. Sets 2 cards, receives the attack. There's going to be things going on.
Could be an I9 any moment now, we'll see. Cosmic.
So he was able to banish the Dark Magical Circle, which is always nice.
Why not still Tombs? There's a 900 life point difference.
This as well. But navigation is probably going to sell it down any play he's going to do. I mean, if Bibita does not have any Dawn Magician...
yeah, he can get it done. Right.
No, I believe he has another Dawn Magician. He used one, then special summons the Kaiku. So this is the second copy for sure.
Whatever. Yeah.
Or
I was talking to the chat there.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Like, it's always good to like be talking with the chat and also the match. Mainly when you know that both players are pretty much thinking, or maybe me, as I say, having connection issues, which is always surprising. And I hope I'm not going to get this. Alright,
nope,
good.
Fine.
This scares me because when I commented for like my second match, I remember I was like in one of the matches, I was like, it has passed like 5 minutes, what is going on? Then I had to quit, and I've seen players have already done some plays, and I was like, oh my goodness. But hey, alright, goes for the Stratus as the Vision here, Faris. Uses Master Fusion, sends one card, I believe one of the brick ones, to add the Polymerization out of the deck. Goes for the Polymerization. That navigation actually comes too late. That one actually comes too late. It's going to get the win. Just needs to get Trinity, and it's actually going to be the end because of the Magician Rod. No, I actually talk quickly. I talk quickly because of that Magician Rod on the field. But if he goes for Trinity, he's still able to actually destroy all the monsters on the field. So I think he is going to still go for Trinity. No.
He's going for Adoration, which, okay, I can see that.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
Rip.
Okay, for this time we'll need confirmation to know what happened, because that will look like a time loss, but I don't think it is time loss. This is really strange.
Might have been a scoop, but we will see in a moment.
Yeah, no. This one I'm not going to put a score yet because I still need to understand, I think, but that is weird. I have no idea. Sometimes, let's say when you like are watching and already spectating, we cannot really confirm it is. So I'll be talking, otherwise we'll need to maybe check the replay in that case to be sure to see if it
are saying it's 10 to 8.
Yeah, we're gonna go for the replay. Let's go for that. So now,
You got
because
card blocker ready?
sorry.
You got card blocker ready? That's what it doesn't matter. But you have a card blocker.
Oh, okay. Normally I have one. Let me verify this, because normally I have the same filter, so it should be good. Wait,
Okay.
what is this? Okay, let me have fun a bit with the. All right, we're gonna put it like that. Yeah.
They're saying GG's to each other, so it might be over.
Yeah, that's what I think. But anyways, I'm still gonna prepare for the next streams anyway.
Okay.
Some people are going to be like, "What the heck is going on?" And I'm like, "Broskies, this is my blur." Also, I'll need to increase the area as well. And put it at
one
100.
question is, do you guys want to interview or not?
Me, I don't know. Indeed, that will probably depend on the players.
I will ask them.
Yeah.
Yep, I am asking them that.
So it seems that is a GG. I'm just going to put the scores as well, because this is the end of the match, by having BlessRNG winning 10-8 here. Alright. Alright, with the clean sweep.
Seems like there aren't any takers at the moment, so that might be it.
Yeah. I've seen you putting the question of an interview, so good, good.
Guess the only thing you'll have to do is look for hosts then.
Yeah. Also, I think this will be like my first time doing an interview, so I have no idea if like stay
I
in
don't
this
think there are any takers currently.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to if they don't answer, so maybe we're going to end this stream off, possibly. But yeah, for anybody who was here, thank you very much for coming. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this match, because that was a blast to commentate here. And also thank you very much for the co-cast as well, novomortuus, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I actually like to go for random sometimes, so I don't know which one I'm going to go for.
Okay.
But yeah, those that want to leave, feel free. I'm not forcing anybody for the raid, but sometimes I like to support. If there's anybody who has a streamer that you know. What is this? Alright, I have no idea who I'm going to be casting, so. I think we're gonna go with Portuguese. Why not? Alright, just going to prepare a raid. I think for Brazilians they can have a lot of fun with that.
Okay.
So yeah, yet again thank you very much for coming. By the way, this guy is actually I think Brazilian or Portuguese. And yeah, let's support more people. So just gonna launch right now. See you next time, everybody.